Hello, my name is Persephone and this is Persephone's Board Game Reviews. Today I'm reviewing the game Agricola, All Creatures Big and Small. And I first was interested in this game because farming is sort of the holy grail of board game themes for me. I love farming video games. I've donated hundreds of hours to playing different types of farming video games throughout my whole life. And so I was always looking for a board game that had that great farming theme as well. I knew about Agricola, like the original Agricola, but I think that game is a little bit too long for me, in spite of the fact that people seem to really like that game. And then I found this game, and this game is sort of perfect in terms of time, because it's only 20 to 25 minutes long, and I just like shorter games a little bit more. So this game is an optimization game. You have this little farm, and the goal of the game is to fill your farm with animals that you breed because the animals are worth points. And there's different ways in which you can make more space for the animals on your farm. You can buy land and build fences around the land to trap the animals. You can buy little buildings and make room that way. And you take turns with your opponent choosing actions in a series of 8 rounds. So I'm not really going to go into the rules more than that, but when I'm optimizing to get the animals that I want and make the space that I need, I feel like my opponent is really just getting in my way. Just like in real life, I'm sort of just only thinking of myself, and the game feels quite solitary. And I just wish that the opponent wasn't even there. Of course, if my opponent wasn't there, then I wouldn't even need the game or the pieces, because I could just do the whole game on an Excel sheet and it would really feel more like a math problem. But, yeah, so that might just be a little bit of a problem. The other thing is that whenever I'm playing an optimization game, I just have the type of personality that clashes with that sort of gameplay. I become so fixated on getting negative points that I really don't care about any of the other mechanics in the game at all. So there's many ways to make points in this game. You can get bonus points or points for buying buildings. You get bonus points if you have land and you fill up all of the space on your land expansion, and you get bonus points for having many of one type of animal. But if you don't have at least 4 of one type of animal, then you get negative points. And I only care about having negative points. I don't care about winning the game. I don't care about having bonus points. When I'm tallying up my points at the end of the game, I just make sure, okay, wait, do I have negative points for sheep? No. Do I have negative points for pigs? No. Okay, I'm done. And then I just get up and leave. I just don't care about anything else. That's it. But if you're not crazy, then maybe it'll be fine. Maybe you'll really like this game. I mean, I'm kind of, I'm kidding. I mean, I do think this game is pretty fun, but for me that is an issue. If you like to min-max, then you're going to have an issue with this type of gameplay, no matter what the game is. Replayability is kind of a problem. It has more problems than it should, in my opinion. When you're starting a game, the initial setup is always the same, and the game offers no variation on this initial setup. So you could easily play the same game with your opponent over and over and over again. Of course, it can be fun to change the course of the game by trying new strategies. You know, sometimes I like to strictly, expand my farm, and I don't add any buildings. I'll just keep expanding and building fences around the large area. Other times, I won't expand at all, and I'll just fill my teeny tiny farm with these little buildings, and then fill them up with hundreds of animals, just like in a real farm. And the truth is that usually when you're playing, because your opponent is getting in your way, you don't always get to do exactly what you want. So sometimes you'll, have to expand, and other times you'll get to build that building that you wanted, and, it just sort of becomes a little random because of human nature. One third issue with this game is that the rules seem like they're a little counterintuitive to me. When I've played a lot of different optimization games. I've played games that feel very similar to this game, and certain elements of this game just seem like they could be streamlined. For example, when I'm building a house or a building, sometimes I'm not sure if it's actually a building or if it's an upgrade to a building. And just little things like that. The mechanics are fairly simple, but then it just feels a little fussy. Another problem with this game really is that when it comes down to the last few rounds in the game, wait, I take it back. This is not a problem with the game. This is a problem with me. I'm stupid, and so I can never remember when the last couple rounds are coming up in the game. So I start getting really panicked, and I start looking like, oh no, wait a minute, there's only 2 more rounds in the game. I'm not going to have enough rounds to get all the pigs I need, and then I'm going to have negative points, and then nothing even matters after that. Like, nothing matters except for me having negative points, and then I can't enjoy anything. I'm so stressed out and worried that I start bargaining. I start, like, utilizing my emotions and just different manipulation tactics to get what I need. And so, I guess it's not really a problem with the game. It's a problem with me. So, I don't know, just take from that what you want.